Good morning, friends. How are you all? All well? Okay. Let's start with the new topic, that is role of STEM, in continuation of chapter number 1. Today we are going to discuss the topic, that is role of STEM. You can see I have a demonstration also over here. Right? Okay, I will explain you when I am going to explain the role of a stem. Alright. So role of a stem. You all must have seen a stem which is present in a tree. Right. So first and the foremost is stem grows above the soil. In most of the cases you will find that a stem grows above the soil. And why? Because it holds the plant upright. Why? Because it holds the plant upright. Upright means straight above the ground. Second function of stem is it bears branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. It bears means it has branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. Third, which is the very important one, it carries water from the roots and transports it to all the parts of the plant. It carries water from the root and transports it to all parts of the plant. Now here is an activity which is going to show that this statement is very much true. That stem carries water from the root and transports us to all other parts of the plant. Here is an activity in which I have taken a plant. It is not a very big one. It is a small herbaceous plant. Alright. Then I have taken a container in which I have taken water and then I have put few drops of food color, red food color inside it. Any color you can put, your poster color you can put, just to dissolve it in the water so that it differentiates between the normal water and colorful water. Then I have kept the plant inside it. Alright, this needs about 6 to 7 hours at least, so that you can have a good result for it. And what will be the outcome of it? The outcome or the observation will be that the stem and the leaves have got the red coloration because roots absorb the red colored water and pass it into the tubes of the stem from where it reaches the leaves. That means if you take out any of the plant, after some time you will gradually see that the root is absorbing the colored water. Side by side it is also transporting that colored water into the stem, and from the stem you will find out that the colored water is being transported to leaves also. If you look very carefully to this part, I have just kept half an hour before. If you look very carefully to this leaf or the underside of this leaf, you will see that yes, there is a red coloration coming up. If you will see closely this leaf or this leaf, you will find out yes, the red coloration of the water is coming out. This activity proves that the water is being absorbed by the roots and is carried by the stem to different parts of the plant. Here is tiny white color flowers also, which is slightly becoming pinkish in color. That also proves that yes, stem is carrying the water to all the different parts of the plant. Understood, children? So let us recap the role of a stem. First stem, function of the stem is it holds the plant upright. Second is it bears branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. And the third, that is very important, is that it carries water from the roots and transports it to all other parts of the plant. Alright. Now coming up to the next topic is that storage of food. What is the food of the plant, children? Do you remember? We have discussed in the last topic. Yes, right. You must be saying, ma'am, it is glucose. Absolutely correct. That is, during photosynthesis, the food that is prepared by the leaves is glucose. Now the topic to deal with is storage of food. That means the plant is going to store this glucose. Alright, it is not going to use up every glucose molecule, but it is going to store it. This glucose is passed to different parts of the plant so that it can be used to produce energy. Like we all eat food. Why do we eat food? Because we need energy to do work. In the same way, plants also need energy so that it can grow properly, and then for its survival, because it is a living thing, it needs to survive. That is why glucose is required for its survival. Now throughout the day, the leaf is continuously doing photosynthesis. During the daytime, the leaf is continuously doing photosynthesis. That means how many molecules of glucose is being made? So it is not going to use up all the glucose. Like we eat all the food now, whenever we feel hungry, we eat so many things. But plant is not going to do that. It will not overeat at all. So what is going to do? It will store the food. What it will do? It will store the food. And it will store in different parts of it. Many plants store the food in fruits. In all the fruits we have the stored food. In some plants we have a stem. In some plants they store the food in the roots. But the stored food is known as starch. What is the name of the stored food? Stored food is known as starch. Yes, starch means when many glucose molecules combine together, then they are known as starch. Alright, starch is present in a number of things. For example, if you talk about root, you all eat roots. Have you eaten carrot? What is a carrot? It is a root. Carrot, have you eaten carrot? Yes, carrot is a root and we all eat it. Why? Because it contains food, stored food, that is starch, and it is very nutritious. Then have you eaten potato? Yes. Have you seen ginger? They are all storing food, that is they have the stored food. Here if you look into this potato very carefully, it is a stem part. Potato is a modified stem. If you look closely into this potato, can you see tiny bird root like structure coming out? Yes, that means this is a stem part which is going to give rise to the potato plant. See, right? Then coming to the fruit. Whether it is a pomegranate, whether it is orange, whether it is guava, every fruit is containing starch. Alright children, and you must have heard many a times mama say ki you should eat leaves also. Whether it is a red color leaf or it is a spinach, anything you should eat. Leaves also contain starch. Alright, so these are the number of parts of the plant where the food is stored in form of starch. Alright children. So in the next topic I will discuss, if there was no sunlight, then what will happen to the plants? And secondly, what about the iodine test? Alright, there is a test which is known as iodine test, that I will also discuss. And if there was no sunlight, then what will happen to the plants? Alright children, thank you. Bye bye.